Welcome students, you are watching Mudabbir's Biology Club. Today our topic is the prostate gland. This gland is a very important male accessory gland related with the human male reproductive system. First we will try to understand the location of this gland. This is a simplified diagram depicting a portion of the human male reproductive system where we can exactly locate the prostate gland. If you clearly focus on this diagram, these are the this is the vast difference of one side and this of the another side, and this is the urinary bladder. These are the ureters coming out from the kidneys, and then this is the seminal vesicle, also one of the important these male accessory sex glands. Then this is the urethra which emerges out from the urinary bladder and passes out the urine. Now this is the area where the urethra basically emerges out from the urinary bladder. So at the base of the urethra, in this area, so this is the base of the urethra. At the base of the urethra, you will see the urethra is surrounded by a gland which we call as the prostate gland. This prostate gland is basically a muscular gland. Now, when we try to understand the functions of this gland, the prostate gland, we see that it's a muscular gland, and once it has to release its secretions into the urethra, what happens? This muscular gland, it contracts. By contracting, it blocks the urethra. So at that very time, when the prostate gland is pouring its secretions into the urethra, the urine may not pass through the urethra, so it gets blocked by the contraction of the prostate gland. So it works in a two-way manner, that is, by its contraction it pours the secretions into the urethra, and further it blocks the way of urinary bladder into the urethra. So at that very time, when the prostate gland secretes its secretions into the urethra, the urine may not pass out, because as we know that at the through the urethra, in case of the human males, both the urine as well as the semen pass out, but at a single time either the urine or the semen passes out. So this is basically the position of the prostate gland. Regarding its shape, it is a chestnut shaped. It's a chestnut shaped gland. Or we say it is a small almond shaped gland, weighing about one third of 1 ounce, and what we call as uh, it's a small this almond shaped or chestnut shaped gland lying at the base of the urethra, and it pours its secretions into the what we call as the this urethra. The prostatic secretions make one third of the semen. After that, when we see some of the main substances found in the prostatic secretion are some enzymes like the prefibrinolysin and some prostaglandins. Again, I will tell you that the prostaglandins are their substance very much similar to that of the hormones, but actually they are not hormones. They are substances similar to the hormones. Sometimes we call them as the parahormones. Then you will see the calcium is present, zinc, citrate, and some anticoagulant factors are also present in case of the prostatic secretions. Now, we see that this substance, it provides some nutrients to the citrate, provides some nutrients to the spermatozoa, and it helps us in what we call as providing nourishment to the spermatozoa. And after that, you see that these anticoagulating factors, if somehow the coagulation occurs in the semen, means the semen has got what we call as it has clotted, or it is much more thick, then these anticoagulation factors help in the thinning of the this semen. As a whole, when we see the uh, pH of the these prostatic secretions, it is slightly acidic. But over here we will understand that the semen as a whole is slightly alkaline, but the prostatic secretions are slightly acidic in nature. Sometimes what we see that this prostate gland undergoes enlargement, which we call as prostatomegaly. Sometimes it undergoes enlargement in the old age, then that very condition is known as the prostatomegaly. There are many reasons for the enlargement of the prostate gland, but one major reason is the benign prostatic hyperplasia. What happens in the benign prostatic hyperplasia? It is basically a type of cancer of the prostate gland in which the cancerous growths occur in the prostate, but they are the benign cancerous growths, and which lead to the enlargement enlargement of the prostate gland, which we call as the prostatomegaly. So it is the enlargement of prostate gland. Prostatomegaly is the enlargement of prostate gland. Now we shall understand what happens when the prostate gland enlarges. Once it enlarges, it blocks the this urethra. So the patient feels pain while passing the urethra, and with very much difficulty, the urine is passed out, and sometimes dribbling may also occur. Sometimes dribbling may also occur. Dribbling is a what we call as problem associated with the prostatomegaly, in which the patient, after even urination, he feels the urge of urination, and some drops of the urine pass out through the urethra. That's known as the dribbling. And for this reason, for prostatomegaly and for the benign prostatic hyperplasia, sometimes surgery is done to remove the prostate gland. Usually it's a age related problem. People in their 60s or 70s, human males in this very age group sometimes encounter such problems. Hope that you have understood what's prostate gland, what are prostatic secretions, and what's the role of prostate gland, and how sometimes the benign prostatic hyperplasia or the prostatomegaly creates problems, and how they are treated.